Oh, I have not done this in so long. I'm nervous. But at the same time, I'm like, no. You said you were going to stream. Just stream. I stress myself out. I psych myself up. Oh. I thought that was locked in place. It obviously wasn't. Oh, it is against everything. Okay. I hope all the settings are good. I hope the sound is okay. That's why I thought I'd start a couple of minutes early so I could test. I don't know whether that's just my speakers or it's just it's just my voice being quite gravelly. I don't know. Okay. So Scrawlrbox 107. I've already done the footage for like opening this box because I did that when like I first had the box. The theme for this one is Guardians of the Garden. And I came up with a design on my iPad. And I was like, okay, why don't I just use my light pad just to make it into like an actual design. I tend to overthink the Scrawlrbox stuff anyway, so maybe going with the first design that came to mind as well as live streaming it will help. Help free up my mind a little bit. Where is... Okay. So it came with the Faber-Castell Pit Pen. Zoe is live. Hi, Taz. It's moments like these where I wish I had like the zoom tool. Or I could just pinch and like the page zooms in. Also, I thought that this would be like a good way to get back into streaming, even though it won't be necessarily like a really long stream. I've got to like set up boundaries for like how long I'm willing to stream each time and stick to them, because that was one thing about live streaming like back in the day that I just did not plan ahead of time. Sure, it was fun going on for like hours on end, but it was like it was very taxing. And I'm going into town tomorrow to work on that game. And I'm hopefully wanting to get some of the features implemented. Or at least one of the features implemented. Back in the day, 7 years ago. Don't remind me. Oh. Oh god. 7 years ago I was 20. But yeah, the theme for this one was Guardians of the Garden. And I thought Typhy, because I've done a lot with Typhy in terms of like in a garden sort of setting. So I was like, okay, Typhy it is. I haven't drawn Typhy in a while either, so any excuse to draw her. I love her. I'm very rusty with inking traditionally. However, I have been using the Pit pen in a slightly smaller size to be my regular writing pen in my notepad. This pen, like, I previously, like, back when I was in uni, I did not know what the sizes actually were for the artist Pit pens. Apparently, the M is 0.7, which, it's a thick pen. Well, considering my digital line work is quite thick, I'd say 0.7 is my size, I guess. How am I supposed to do the itty bitty details? How did your Scrawlrbox go? I know this is like a box that is old. By the time I've done box 108, which is actually only like over there, so it's here, it'd be time to do 109. What I think I'm going to do is, for the itty bitty details, I might actually just use my own pen. Because, I mean, I already used my iPad to sketch this out, like... Yeah, sometimes they do feel a bit bland. Although, off the wall, like that prompt, I had no idea what to do for it, honestly. No idea. And I have no idea what 106 was, because I didn't get it. Something wrong with the stuff at the time, but yeah. I don't know what that theme was. I know that there was polychromos in that box, but that's about it. I did announce it on Discord. I could put it in the talking channel. I'm rusty at this. Okay, there you go. It's it's there. It's in the Discord server. Oh, it even says I'm streaming. Oh my god. Like, I've never seen that before. Oh. If you go onto Discord, like with the way it looks on my Discord, it actually comes up. That's crazy. Well, it shows on my profile. Yes! That's exciting. I've never seen that before. Hi, Callisto. You're playing Overwatch. Okay. Well, if I wasn't streaming, I'd be trying to update my Sims game, or at least very slowly downloading all of the mods ready for the update tomorrow. I was expecting the update to come today. Apparently it's tomorrow. I'm like, that's very inconvenient. Also, Sims team, why you update on a Wednesday? Your day is Tuesday. Stop being irritating. But yeah, I have not updated my game since before Love Struck. Because they had so many emergency patches, I thought, it's not worth it. I did want to start the stream earlier, but I was being a little chicken about it. Also, my dinner was late anyway, so like it just kept getting later and later, and I'm like, if I leave it any later, I'm just not going to stream at all. I'm just avoiding the face like the plague. Because of like the 0.7 pen. Love Struck is quite fun. Okay, Taz, I don't know whether you've seen Mirror's episode 3 of her season 3. I spotted something that nobody else had spotted, and it's a chaos inducer. Of course I would spot it. Oh. I told Em about it, and they were like, what? What? Oh, have you watched the episode? Because you're not going to get it unless you've watched the episode and know about the Emirata trip that the Guangxi royals took in the episode. Well, do you know about episode 2 where Gabor is crushing on Rin? If you don't, well, I've just spoiled it a little bit for you. Vaguely, yes. Okay, so Guangxi royals were going around Emirata, like they're getting the royal tour, you know? And all three siblings are like in the midst of talking to Gabor. And I thought that a romance bar had popped up between Gabor and Rin. But when I checked, it wasn't between Gabor and Rin. It was between Gabor and Mamie. Which means that Sayori... like... Let me reword this. Which means that Araminta, their mother, wants Sayori, the eldest, to be with Gabor as like an arranged marriage kind of thing, or at least try something like that. I don't know what's going on there, but like that's the vibes. Gabor is like interested in Rin, the middle I think she's the middle child. And then you have whatever's going on with Mamie with like a romance bar popping up between them. I'm like, oh god, it's Gabor and the three sisters. His love life is about to get very complicated. And their sisterly bond is about to be tested. But the fact that nobody else noticed it, like, it was a very split second kind of thing. No, I was talking about Mirror Ray's series. There's no incest going on there. It's like relationship dynamics between this one guy. Like the sisters in between this one guy. Who has literally just become a prince because their monarchy is like voted in. This poor dude! Oh yeah. Wasn't that like a glitch many patches ago? I remember it being a thing ages ago as well. So like this wasn't the first time deal of it. This has definitely happened more than once, which is disconcerting to say the least. Sims team do better. Challenge impossible. But yeah, I've been hearing a lot through the grapevine about Lovestruck being an absolute chaotic mess on Sims relationships. Especially pre-established relationships. And I'm like, oh no. Oh no, my Sims are a mess as it is. Like, they don't need anything else to make them chaotic. If anybody watching has ever seen any of my Sims episodes, you'll know what I mean. They're an absolute mess. But yeah, at the moment, my laptop, it has a version of the game that hasn't been updated. At all. Obviously the one on my computer, like my main computer, this one, does have like the latest version, but it doesn't have any mods or anything in it, or any of the saves, because it's all over on my laptop. Because of course this was because my computer decided, you know what, hard drive is gonna peace out. But yeah, I will admit, the build mode in The Sims 4, I do really like it. Can I get line variation by lightening up the pressure a little bit of this pen? Yes, but it's not as stable. I use this pen only... This pen I only use for silhouette outlining. Because I cannot use such thickness. Oh, I naturally have quite thick line work anyway. So it's not as difficult for me to use. But at the same time, I'm like, oh, some of these lines need some help. The chaotic part of my brain is wanting to do the background. I bet you've probably seen a couple of times my hand just like go over here, just being like, do the background, do the background. And me just fighting with myself. No, stick to the characters. Be consistent. Although I am hopping around pretty much everywhere on the character anyway, so... Consistency? We don't know her. Consistency is a fickle thing here. Don't let the right brain win. Oh, thank you. Obviously, because you only have like one of these liners, you don't have like all three that come in the pack. Because there are different sizes of these liners, technically. You have to like lighten the pressure on the pen. So like, you've got that sort of thickness of line. I don't know whether you can see it. I need to zoom in. But you also, like, if you're going really, really light, you can achieve slightly thinner lines at the very least. I've seen right brain and left brain like animatics, and I'm like, yep, sounds about right. Carpal tunnel kicks in. Oh no. I will say, I don't know if it is carpal tunnel, but like I've been experiencing like pinching pain, like in my right hand, like along here, like especially here. It comes and it goes, and it's not consistent at all. But that's a problem because I draw and do like I do everything for my career in terms of like draw, write with my left hand. But my right hand, I do everything else with. So you can see how even one of the hands being damaged in some way is a problem. Damned if I do and damned if I don't. It's what my family would call caggy-handed. Oh no! I hope you're doing better with it now. Or at least know how to cope with it better. Well, at least it doesn't stop you from drawing. Not being able to draw the brain children? No! That's what I refer to OCs as. The brain children. Like, most of my friends from high school, or like college and uni even, have like kids and stuff nowadays. Then there's me, who just has the brain children. Brain children, my sons and daughters. Okay, so you've avoided the face for long enough. It's going so well. What could go wrong? Everything if you mess up the face. I came to the realization that I had one sort of oh, okay. Interesting. I need a pen that's thinner than 0. Okay, that's a bit better. 0.2. Well, 0.2. Well, sorry, I was using the material that came with the box first. I did do some of the line work digitally first to like map out where I wanted things anyway, so I kind of have like a slight idea. Of how the line work's gonna go. I think I might have overdone the line a little bit on on the bottom of her eye, but not by much. I wouldn't call that criminal. You're incorporating the supplies into how you would normally use stuff. Also, I don't know if this is like right for me to do, but I've always considered Scrawlrbox like a kit. Because in a sense, it works very similarly to art supply kits. Like, sure, it's ways to test out new supplies, but at the same time, it's also telling you how to use them, like good techniques. And for a good art supply kit, you'd really need everything there within the box to actually make it work. I think that's why I'm so critical of it, because I feel like they should be more full. Especially for the higher price that you pay nowadays. Like, I know inflation is a thing, but Jesus. I'm gonna do her freckles afterwards, because if I do it now, like, the black lines are just going to get all messy. It's just gonna be not a great time. I only really needed this for, like, the main. I will say, when I draw my characters, like, looking down in the middle in a composition like this, they look a bit cross-eyed. Like, this has always happened. They look a bit cross-eyed up until I do the eye shines. The eye shines tend to fix the cross-eyedness. I know, but it does look a bit cross-eyed. Sorry, I'm talking the background. I tend to find when I'm doing it a bit more rough, I can, like, get more effects. Okay, that notification from Windows scared the crap out of me. Okay. I need to change my camera settings. Yes, it is watercolors. Oh god, that scared me. I'm sorry if my Windows notification scared you. But yeah, it's the Winsor & Newton Cotman watercolors. I've done a bit of mixing in my sketchbook. Well, setting up mixing. Wait. Where are we going? My love, watercolors. Oh. Those are my 2 ring lights. I need to unplug this. Unplug it. Because I used to only have 1 ring light, but having 2 like allows allows it to be like better lit. Oh, I don't use white in my watercolour pieces at all. Like, the white watercolour paint in sets, like, most of the time I chuck it out. That even happened with my old common set. I remember for college and stuff, I would never bother with white. The hollow shimmer! Oh yeah, you're making watercolours. I remember now. Also, I got the news the other day when I was out the house. I did not get into I did not get into MCM, which I'm kind of like last time. I'm like, my nerves and my anxiety is like, oh, thank God for that. But at the same time, I was like, oh, would have been an experience to do that. Yeah, that it is kind of a disappointment, mainly because like the Birmingham, was it Film and Comic Con? There was one at the NEC that was supposed to happen over the September 1st weekend. And that didn't end up going on because they changed the venue to Milton Keynes. And I'm like, I can't do that. I'm sorry, I'm a Birmingham girl. So to try and recoup the losses, like, from that, it was a 2-day con. I went to striking events again back in February. Well, when it originally was cancelled, I went back to the people at striking and bolt events, just being like, hey, do you still have room on your September 1st, like, WorcesterCon? And they did. And I was like, thank you. I will take that table. So I still managed to do a con. One day. One day! One day I will do one at the NEC. One day. But that day is not today. It's like every con that I want to do at the NEC falls through. It's like I'm cursed. I've been to cons at the NEC in the meantime, but not tabled at any. am going to the Creative Craft Fair again, though. I'm excited about that. Not as a seller, but like as a customer. You got in? You got into the first year of illustration. That's awesome! Oh my god, that's awesome! I didn't have to do like a foundation year. I remember that. Like I know that people who haven't done it before have to do more prep work for it, but like since I did a graphic design course beforehand, like illustration was one of the routes anyway, so it essentially was. They do it off UCAS points, okay. Well, you got in. That's awesome. I'm so happy. Happy for you. Okay, this wasn't in the sketch. Well, it kind of was, but it wasn't in this placement. I wanted there to be a butterfly. So this is either a huge mistake or a great addition. Who knows? But we shall see. But yeah, I got to skip the whole 4-year thing because I did graphic design beforehand. Typhy is royalty. Most of my characters are. Considering I am definitely doing some like random lines here, and I'm definitely not following like the reference like exactly, and to be honest the reference is literally just like a very rough sketch that I did on iPad. The only like real thing that was mapped out was the character. This is actually not turning out too badly. Don't do this to me, Taz. No! Impossible! Well, not impossible, but are they related to royalty? Maybe. Or are they connected in some way? Mm-hmm. Or will they be connected later on in the story? Possibly. Like I said, impossible. Okay, the character itself. Oh, she gives Disney princess vibes. I see it. Well, technically, Henlin and Naverne were very much based off Wales. So, very like, the very foresty parts of Wales. Henlin is actually, like, a Welsh village. And Typhy, or Tyvy, depending on how you pronounce it, is the name of the river. I mean, growing up, I regard like that area of Wales very, very dear to my heart. So I was like, I've got to name a character after that. But yeah, I will be stopping the stream once I've finished this piece. Got to set boundaries for my streams now, because if I don't, they will never end like they used to. The animal? What do you mean? Oh, Wales. No, Wales is in the country. I'm sorry. That's tickled me. No, because if you think about it, like, why? Oh no. That's terrible. Yeah, I used to spend a lot of time in Wales over the summer holidays when I was younger. My grandparents owned a holiday home. Any plans for an October art challenge? Well, I mean, if this stream was longer, Or like depending on what I'm doing over the weekend, I'm considering like streaming planning for that. So basically finish off the Scrawlrbox challenges, so 108, and then possibly do some planning, because I have not even started planning for those. But yeah, that's a great question. To be honest, even though I got the Inktober prompts early, I haven't looked at them really. I sent them on Discord and then I just was like, I don't see. To be fair, I've been caught up with making the game, like making that game, like at my boot camp classes, and then the conventions as well. Just like has not been a thing on my mind, to be fair. So I mean, it's been in the back of the mind. Yeah, so many things to do. Very little sleep. I've also been given a deadline for, well, not deadline, but like a date for my showcase, and it's like past halfway through October, so it's like the 23rd of October, and we're like, holy crap, that is a long time, considering I started this boot camp. Like, it was meant to go on between April and July. And the fact that it's been continuing into August, September, October. There's been a whole other boot camp in that time. So I'm expecting at least half of these projects at boot camp to be incredible. Like making a game in Unreal. We're given double the amount of time that people have usually got. So I can't wait to see what everybody comes up with. I've seen the progress of some of the projects, but like not everybody is there all of the time. And to be honest, like I'd say at least a quarter of the class participants dropped off the face of the planet. It's like, who are they? I can't remember anymore. Because they said yeet. I'm looking for a good brush, because even though the Winsor & Newton set, this brush is like very dinky and very cute, it doesn't do great with filling in large areas. I've done it again. No! I've done it again. Oh, pain. This is Typhy. This is also pain. No, but the fact that I did it with the like box 100 ones and they were all like black, but it's like they didn't just fall out as like pans, they fell out as like cubes, so it was even worse. Oh, this is pain. I wish that, like, in terms of this set, Winsor & Newton would have chosen, like, a Prussian blue instead of, like, cerulean blue, because cerulean blue makes some muddy-ass colours. I'm sorry, but I said what I said. Some of the mixes ain't great with that one. It's one of those colours that's a nice convenience colour, but other than that, get out of town. Don't forget the freckles. They will come with the colour, okay? If I put them on now, I will smudge everything, and I know that I will, because that's just who I am. I am a disaster. Hi, Em. I didn't say hi to you. Oh, God. I answered your question about who it was, but I didn't say hi. I did now. Also, this pen, this pencil, and this eraser saw no use. Oops. I might use this brush for, like, the details, because look at how tiny. Look at how baby this brush is. Oh, look at how baby. I mean, it fits in there, like, fully out as well. I probably doomed myself by putting it back in there, but okay. Where is my sketchbook? I do have the mixes in there. Did I put it back in my bag when I went round to my grandmother's house? Probably. Oh my god. I forgot I had this. I was like, no wonder why my bag was feeling really heavy. I'm like, I have not been in my bag since I went to my nan's house. And my nan gave me an extra can of Coke. No, not Coke, Pepsi Max. Yeah, that brush is like a small bean. But yeah, here is what I mean about like the color mixing. It, like, this blue doesn't really create some great washes, to be fair. If you want like a good mixing set, go with the Daniel Smith introductory set. That set for mixing colours is incredible. think I'm just going to stand up my sketchbook so I can actually see it. Just laying out the desk is a task in itself. I think in the spirit of the challenge, I'm going to use my Winsor & Newton brush. Also, this is the nice professional brush that I use. The Daniel Smith introductory set. Very good for mixing. Incredible at mixing. Like, there's a lot of pieces that I've done with just that set, and it's only 6 colours. Am I doing the background first? Possibly. Because I know it's going to be like a lot of water, so hopefully. I'm going to use a technique where like I don't pre-mix the colours and like I'm just trying to mix them on the paper. Because I haven't done watercolour in a while, and I like to mix it up with like my different techniques that I use in terms of my watercolour usage. Really, I should spray the colours. Just so, like, they actually have a fighting chance of working. Okay, this cerulean with the cadmium wasn't a bad mix. I've had worse mixes, basically. Hey, Rose! Sorry about the unannounced stream. I was like, if I don't do it now, I will never do it, so... Very much impromptu. I forgot that Viridian Green was in here. It's because I was mainly looking at the mixing capabilities of like these colours. Because really speaking, you like for mixing, you would want a cool and a warm variant of each of these, like of each yellow, red, and blue. Just adding a bit of Viridian just to give it a bit of vibrancy. Am I going a bit overboard on this little section? Probably, yes. For a Cottonham beginner set, I don't think that this set is too bad. I don't know whether back in the day it had a cerulean blue though. I don't remember it having a cerulean blue, but maybe it did. I can't remember. So what is everybody up to? I'm curious and nosy, but also curious. Your sketchbook rotting? I've never heard of that term before. Please explain. You would think I have heard of that saying, but no. No. I'm out of the loop. Sim stuff. A surprise video? Eee. I'm still waiting for the Briarworth lore to drop. I am hungry for that lore. Give me the lore. A different video? What is this? What is this surprise you speak of? Anything to do with anything to do with M's story, I'm just like, feed me, please. I need more. I am greedy for that story. Royal related? Royal related? That gives me nothing. Me too. The game is like, update me, please. It's been like 3 months. I don't think it's been 3 months, but it feels like 3 months. To be fair, I haven't worked it out how long it's actually been. But there is an update tomorrow. And I don't know if you saw, but like, they're going to like patch out some bugs, and I'm like, oh no. Is this patch going to be bigger than I thought it was? Why is it every time I want to like update my game or like do anything in The Sims, EA is just like around the corner, just like, hey, so you know that, so you know the game, we're just gonna break it again. Good luck. I'm just winging this background. Very much just winging it. You haven't had any issues with the latest update. That's good. I'm happy you haven't had any issues. It gives me at least a little bit of hope. now streaming, I'm just like, so why did you overthink this? Like, it's actually fine. What were you so worried about? Everything. That's what. I might do a larger brush. I wasn't intending to go larger than a size 4 brush, but I think for the trees, like for the leaves and stuff, I might do that. Where is my smaller Kalinsky brush? Because there's that one. It is somewhere. Oh, it is a size 4 as well. But I thought I brought like a Kalinsky brush that was a size 6. So like a size that was in between. If I did, I can't remember where I put it. Which sounds like something I would do, to be fair. Just completely forget where it is. Okay, I'm liking this so far. I'm trying to be quite expressive with like my paint strokes. Also, varying the amount of water actually helps as well. God, I don't know whether anybody remembers a piece that I did of Nicholas walking through the forest. But this reminds me of that. Just a tad. I'm pretty sure it had Tati's character in the background. Dahlia, I think? God, it's... That one's going back. And, like, I only kind of remember it because I remember seeing it when going through all my original artwork for the cons. I might do cerulean blue and the cool blue and the cool yellow. because it adds a bit of like cool light. Also, that's like a good shadow colour for like under the trees as well. Like especially when it's mixing in. Ooh. This is turning out a lot better than I thought it would. Freshers Week. Oh, it's only Freshers Day. Okay. I had a Freshers Week. But yeah, the first day of Freshers Week was like freebies. Hi, Rose. Yeah, Taz is having freshers. Yeah, when you get like a bunch of free stuff. Can confirm best time. I personally didn't join any societies, mainly because I commuted. I probably would have joined like a society if I lived nearby, or like if there was one that like was so interesting that I couldn't put it down. But I personally didn't do societies. It's so exciting! She got into the first illustration! She got into illustration, yay! It's getting saucy. Not a roleplay with your characters. Oh! God, it's been so long since I roleplayed. feels like a lifetime ago. Oh, you got your third year modules. What are they? If you can remember. Yep, the vagueness. Definitely. Can confirm. That is a theme. That is a theme. Of third year. Hasn't changed. Has not changed. Negotiated project. Yep. Basically, you... Like, that was the name of, like, one of the... Oh, okay. There wasn't, like, a particular goal. It was, like, it was just negotiated with the... with the tutor. It seems a bit more structured than mine was. It was just... Yours was 7,000? I think mine was it 5,000 or 10,000? It was one of the two. It was either 5 or 10,000 words that I had to do for my final thing. I'd probably be able to still find it on my account, probably. Would not be surprised if I could. Good night, Taz. Yep, it's not in my Google Drive. I must have, like, stripped it from my Google Drive when I was cleaning it up. God, role playing. Oh my god. That takes me back. Okay, mix that with a bit of ultramarine to get like a deeper colour. I propose doing one with my pirate OCs, but they... because they're fun. They're all awful people. Oh my god. I will say with roleplays, I used to get way too involved. Like, way too... not involved. Invested is the right word. I always muddle those. Like, way too invested. Oh, I know why her dress isn't making sense to me. Because I forgot the fact that it has the little belt detail. And it has like this design choice. It really is. It also takes me back. I can't remember the exact design of Typhee's dress in terms of like whether there is like a front panel or whether it's just plain blue. Oh my god, deviant art. Oh, deviant art. Yeah, from time to time I do get those comments that are just like, I remember you from your deviant art days. I'm like, oh, do you now? Oh. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, oh. Oh my god, no. My brain is like, help me. Okay. Okay. So, for skin tone, you need alizarin crimson and some ultramarine to make like this warm purple sort of colour. And then I'd always mix it with like yellow ochre. Maybe a little bit more alizarin crimson just to like warm it up a little bit, like make it pinker. I'm definitely trying to be a lot more rough with my watercolour this time around. Because I have a tendency of like over-rendering, overthinking. But sometimes when you just don't overthink it and you just go with the flow of the watercolour, it actually turns out way better than you want it to, than you were initially planning. So I'm just doing that and hoping for the best. Monday afternoon and Wednesday morning. I mean, yeah. University hours can be like an odd one, for sure. Just got home in time to tune into the stream. Hello, Remembering Mermaids. Can't believe I've been streaming for almost 2 hours already. That's insane to me. The little birdie. Yeah, the prompt for this Scrawlrbox is Guardians of the Garden. So I love the idea of her holding like a butterfly or like a bird. Yeah. And commuting is no walk in the park either. It is rough. Even if you're used to it as well. Or even if you know what you're getting yourself into, just like, it sneaks upon you. What is it? Cotman colours, like, always seem to be nicer than you think they're gonna be. Okay, I need more cerulean in that one. I will say part of this is the brush though. I would not have got like this with the tiny ass brush that came with this. No way in hell. Also, game update. Not today. Apparently the game update is tomorrow. Rose. Oh, bye, Em. I just fixed the game. Are you kidding me? I'm sorry. But it's tomorrow. This is why I'm holding off updating. To be fair, I'm probably not going to fully update, like, until like the end of the weekend. Because my laptop is still in pre-Lovestruck patch. Like, I have not touched it. Could always play offline. Offline until you get the energy to actually re-update. Just wait, this this new update will introduce so many bugs. I know. It will claim to fix some bugs, but we all know. We all know that it will introduce some bugs. It always does. Yeah, just playing offline mode. I've been doing that since before Lovestruck. So, at the moment, I'm in. Like I was saying earlier, that at the moment I'm in a phase where I'm kind of like. My game is updated on my main computer, but on my laptop, it is like pre-Lovestruck patch. Like, even though it's updated on the main computer, like, it does not have any mods, it does not have my saves or anything. It's because it's still dealing with the aftermath of the hard drive going kaput. So, will I finish this before midnight? Probably not. It was a nice thought, but I'm getting close. I'm getting close. Oh, what eyes do you use? Like eye presets? I know the custom content ones I use are. I think they're Simandi's Luz. Like in terms of custom eye colors and stuff, I use Simandi's stuff because I don't know, that kind of reminds me of my art style anyway. Oh, it's probably it probably is Samandi's Lutz ones. Yeah, I love those. I even got celestial oils to use those ones as well. It's because they're just so much more vivid. I tend to find like vivid eyes like are really great in terms of storytelling purposes. Same. I will say that the new I think it's Storybook Nursery kit. That looks so cute. Like it's definitely less modern looking. It's giving Royal Nursery. Like it's so pretty. And once I'm updated, that kit, it's calling my name. It's calling me. Especially because it was like a collab with like 6M CC, and I have a bunch of their stuff in my game already. I'm trying to remember to go in lighter layers. Because if I was using White Knights right now, definitely would be going in more heavy layers. If they're going to continue doing The Sims 4, which, according to the latest updates, I think there will be. We need like a castle, or like we need those updates, okay? Like if they want to continue the lifespan of The Sims 4, we need something different other than like modern stuff. Look back to history, please, EA. Exactly. Embrace the fantasy. Allow me to create my own royal lands. I don't know whether it's true, but I did hear about like potential ways to create a world coming. I don't know whether it's true, and I don't know whether it's like confirmed to come, but like I also saw rumors of like 100 by 100 lots. I'm hoping that's a reality. I want to build a big ass castle with no 64 by 64 lot like restriction stopping me. Yes. More countries and cultures, please. More worlds like Windenburg. Is that too much to ask? Please. Windenburg's size and like overall vibe was like incredible. And it's still like one of, if not the best world in The Sims 4. Okay, I like that colour. That was a good idea to mix that colour. It's also got some like lovely dark hue to it. No, I don't. I don't know about that. Let me write that down. Are you going to make me fall down a rabbit hole here? Because I get the funny feeling that you might make me fall down rabbit holes. As an obsessive person, I will fall down that rabbit hole. buds. But I want to caveat this with, please not all of it be paid content. Because this game already costs over $1,000. Like, to get everything. You don't need everything, but like, there are completionists out there who are like, yeah, give me it all. Tommy has a whole playlist for her Disney save. Builds. Ah! Not to toot my own horn, but I'm going to for a second. I built a pirate ship. Like, I built the Red Runaway, which is Callan's, like, my character Callan's boat. Ship, whatever you want to call it. Like, I built it specifically because, like, all of the ships on the gallery, like, in the same aesthetic, always compromised on space. Like, it was either really dodgy in terms of its appearance, but great on the space, or it was absolutely immaculate aesthetics, but like it sacrificed all of the space. I built the best of both worlds. It is a huge ship, and it fits on a 40 by 30 lot. You're welcome. I built it for like the furthest lot in Sulani. What I'm considering doing is editing that lot and putting it on the 50 by 50 lot in Sulani to do shots of it like sailing away. So there's more space in the water, essentially. But the whole lot technically fits on a 40 by 30. Yeah, more lot sizes, please. Also, all the recent packs, all the lot sizes have been too small. All of them. Even the 50 by 40 ones. Sure, I can work with that on a castle size, but like, give me my 64 by 64 back. Also, give me bigger sizes. Even bigger than 64 by 64, please. Okay, I'm liking the colour variation I'm getting here. I know I'm talking a lot about Sims, but then again, like, I do play that a lot. I've been watching a lot of Spyro gameplay lately, and I've just been like, I want to play Spyro again. Especially with the news of, like, a Spyro 4 in development from the beginning of the year. I'm just like, give me more Spyro, please. Just putting a little bit of blue in with this dark brown, just like trying to mix deeper shades. Try not to mix it too much with the blue. To give it a bit of colour variation, I'm going in with some like red. It kind of draws your eye a bit. Especially when it's like she's covered by like greenery and stuff. So okay, I think I'm going to get the little brush. I've got to be careful not to drop that in the water bucket, because it not water bucket, in the jam jar, because it looks very easy to drop in the jam jar. I will say, if I'm going to be selling at more cons, I think I might need to do more fan work. Because I did sell some fan work at the conventions, but I probably would have sold a bit more. Like, do I leave the bird white? Like, part of me wants to leave the bird white. I might add like a little bit of like blue to the bird, like in terms of like shadow. Like just very carefully like shade it a little bit, but like other than that I think the bird is fine. I haven't really used this colour from the palette. What's this, cadmium? Looks more like an orange, to be fair. Just adding a little bit of colour variation in the leaves. Because leaves would naturally have like a colour variation anyway, so. Just adding a little bit of this orange in there, like dabbing it here and there. I'm just being very sparing with the watercolour, just trying to get varying degrees of effects. I'm almost finished with this. And it's been 2 hours and 20 minutes. It hasn't been as long as I thought it would be, to be fair. I at least gave myself 2 hours with this piece. I didn't know whether I was going to go any longer than 2 hours, like in terms of this stream. be fair, I think 3 hours is actually like a good length of a stream, to be fair. Add a little bit of like the warm yellow. It's like a bit of a light. I'm really liking the colour mixes that I'm getting here. Part of me feels like, okay, Zoe, you can now stop. In the next box, there is actually a jelly roll pen. So, what I might do is I might use that as like the highlights. I like the idea of like a white bird and a white butterfly. also going to add some of her freckles. Yep, I thought I would smudge some of her freckles, and of course it's the ones over the nose, of course. Oh well, I'll go back over them. With some white. Oh yeah, I wanted to put some pink on it. Like down here. Wanted to put some pink in places. It's not completely dry. I might go back over some of the highlights when it's like fully dry to get some of the highlights in place. I'm going to just do a tad bit of the red. Because I forgot to blush her arms. It's so cute. Oh, I love. I like the effect of like the sun coming through the leaves. Am I going overboard? Probably. Most definitely. Okay. I think I'm going to call it there, because if I don't call it there, I'm going to be streaming all night, and 2, I'll never be done with this piece. So, yeah. I'm actually really happy with it. Oh, look at that water. Very impromptu stream. But yeah. I'm hoping to stream more so this week. Hopefully over the weekend. So, yeah. I hope you enjoyed the stream. And I hope you come along for whatever I decide to post next. Whether it be a video or a stream. Bye!